guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. If you're a returning subscriber, welcome back to another video. If you're coming to my channel for the first time, thank you so much for clicking on this video, and I do hope you enjoy the video and you stay and subscribe. So without wasting any time, I just thought to do a short video on the things you need to know before studying an environmental science degree or getting into the field. So as I've said before, a couple of videos ago, environmental sciences is a very broad and exciting field. There's so many things you can do with this qualification, so many places you can take your career. So the biggest challenge is finding out which specific field of environmental sciences you might be interested in. So I just wrote down a couple of points that I learned along the way, because to be honest with you, this was not a field that I had planned on coming into initially. I said this in my undergraduate video, my journey in undergraduate. I will put the link up above. You can watch it after this one. So it's something I sort of fell into and fell in love with. So I am learning as I go, and I just thought to share, if you have the opportunity to decide this is something I want to do, then these are the couple of things that you would need to know. Firstly, please excuse me if I seem like I'm looking down. I'm just looking at my notes. So I think I have 4 points. I have 4 points on things that you need to know. First of all, the difference between environmental sciences and environmental studies. Believe me, initially I thought this was the same thing, but it's not. They're actually different. And second point, you need to know which field of environmental sciences you're interested in. Like I said, it's very broad, so you need to narrow it down. But in saying that you need to narrow it down, you don't necessarily need to know exactly what you want to do, because these fields are interlinked. You can always move between them. You can always move between the different specialities, so to say. I can't think of a better word, within environmental sciences. Thirdly, you need to research about specific universities and find out what type of programs they offer. Like I said, there's a difference between environmental sciences and environmental studies. So once you know which specific field or which part of environmental studies or environmental science you're interested in, then you can look at different universities and the programs that they offer. The third one is be flexible and learn. So I'm just going to get into these points in more depth and explain what I mean for each one. Number one, what is the difference between environmental sciences and environmental studies? I had to look online for this one because I couldn't really explain it with my own words. I felt like it did not make sense. But first of all, environmental science is an interdisciplinary field. I think I said it in my video on where can you work with an environmental science degree. Again, I will link that video up above. So it links fields such as ecology, geology, meteorology, biology, and all these other things. So environmental sciences is the study of environmental problems and human impact on the environment. So it involves both applied and theoretical aspects, whereas environmental studies, on the other hand, emphasizes human relationship with the environment, and it involves things like social and political dimensions. So, for example, if a researcher in environmental sciences seeks to understand climate change, for example, quantify its effects, do models, come up with ways on how we can mitigate it, somebody who studied environmental studies will focus on the economic and political dimensions of international climate change protocols. That's it. In simple terms. Can I put it in simple terms? In simple terms, environmental sciences focuses on preserving and managing natural resources, whereas environmental studies broadens the field by including more emphasis on political, social, economic, and those kind of aspects to the environment. The second thing you need to know before studying environmental sciences or environmental studies is, what exactly are you interested in? First question, why do you want to study the environment or environmental sciences or environmental studies? What exactly draws you to this field? And for most of us, me included, it's just the environment seems like an interesting thing. Environmental sciences seems interesting. I think I might enjoy it. Or I can see what is happening in the world right now. I feel like I want to make a change. So I want to learn how to actually make a change. Things like climate change. Maybe I'm concerned about climate change and I want to know my place in the world. How can I make sure that the earth like stays the way it is for as long as it possibly can, by mitigating the effects of climate change or bringing about a change either in your society, in your community, wherever. That might be your reason, or your reason might be, I'm so interested in plants. I think plants are interesting. Or animals are so cute, man. I'm so interested in animals. I want to work with animals. I just want to work in the wild. I just want to walk in the bush. I just want to explore the earth, the natural environment. Whatever your reason is, like, know which side you fall into, because it will help you along the way when you start choosing things like your majors or choosing whatever program you want to get into. So for example, if you are interested in animals, you would look for a program that focuses on that. If you're interested in plants, you would look for a program that focuses on that. If you're interested in conservation, you would look for a program that's focused on that. Again, if you're interested in aquatics, you would look for a program that focuses on that. So knowing which fields you're interested in kind of helps you making better decisions with regards to studying environmental sciences. So you're just not everywhere and having no direction. Again, I'm going to keep repeating this. You don't have to know exactly what you want to do. I did not know what I wanted to do. I fell into the field and I figured it out as I went. So you can always do it like that. But if you have kind of like an idea whether you want to work with plants or animals, for example. Number 3, you need to research about specific universities and programs that you might be interested in going into. Once you've decided what you're interested in, be it animals or plants, conservation or aquatics, stuff like that, you need to look at environmental programs in different universities, because different universities have different programs, either at undergrad or postgraduate levels. So the second point is very important because it helps you decide which university you want to go to, which college you want to go to, whether you're going to fall into a certain department or certain faculty. For example, at WITS, I know we have the School of Geology and we have the School of Animal, Plant, and Environmental Sciences. They're kind of the same, but not really. We kind of do similar things, but not exactly the same things. For example, if you want to do environmental studies, you would mostly find them under the School of Geology. But if you want to do environmental sciences, you'd mostly find them under the School of Animal, Plant, and Environmental Sciences. So it's very important for you to research universities and the different types of programs they offer to see which ones suit you best and which ones suit your interest. For example, if you want to do something like marine biology, you can't do that at like University of Limpopo or Wits University or UJ, because they're not near the ocean. So obviously you can't do marine biology there. You would need to go to a university that is closer to the coast that offers that specific program. And another important thing, when you're looking, you need to remember that certain institutions offer certain programs at certain stages. I've said certain so many times. So some programs are only offered at postgraduate levels. Some courses are offered at undergraduate levels. So you will also see from prospectors, from contacting them, which ones you qualify for and which ones you are able to do. Lastly, the most important thing, I think, and it's something that I've learned and it's been a part of my life, in this field you need to be able to be flexible and willing to learn. Like I said, it's an interdisciplinary field. You can do whatever you want with it. You can go into law, you can go into engineering, you can do whatever you want to do with an environmental sciences degree. You can take it wherever you want to go. So always be flexible. Know that something else might pique your interest and you might change it. Also very important, if you do not qualify or don't get into the specific program you wanted to go into, some institutions like this offer like a general BSc degree. Some people call it a biological sciences degree, and in that way you're able to choose certain majors going up, and in postgraduate level you can major in whatever you want to do. So just because you didn't get into, for example, environmental health or something like that, does not mean it's over, because you can always be able to achieve that goal. So anyway, I hope this video was helpful and it shed some light on some of the questions you might have had if you're interested in environmental sciences or environmental studies. I'm sorry if I can't talk too much on environmental studies, because that's not exactly what I'm doing. But if you do want a video explaining more about that, I can do research and talk more about it and the different programs that you can do within environmental studies. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed the video. Please give it a like if you did. Remember to comment if you have any questions, or if there's something that I mentioned you want to know more about. I will make sure to link anything you might need down below. And what else? If you haven't subscribed, please do if you enjoy my content. And as always, I'll see you in my next video. Bye.